Executive Preparatory Academy, a charter school in South Central Los Angeles, has a student body that is 98% African American. I'm Michael Reel. This is ReelUrbanNews.com. We spend some time on this delightful campus with students who have witnessed tragedy, but turned that tragedy into a triumph. Mr. McGee, this is quite a fascinating campus you have at Executive Prep. How did you come up with this? What's the origin for this school?
I was one of the kids. You know, I'm from Flint, Michigan. Raised on the streets. Lost my mom at an early age. Taught myself how to read. I done seen everything under the sun. From my mom sleeping with other guys. At 9 years old, a man blew his head off in front of me. Just living on the streets and understanding everything that these kids are going through. Is nothing that they can show me that I haven't experienced myself.
And because you have had this life experience, it propelled you into education. How did you get here?
Well, actually, I have nothing to do with education when it comes to my degree or my profession. Only thing that I have in common with education and what we're doing here at Executive Prep is business. And to make my long story short, I went on to Howard University and was able to rub shoulders with guys that was highly successful and actually told me how it worked and the things that school don't teach you, and how you actually become wealthy or how you actually become free or financially free. And at 10th grade, my sophomore year at Howard University, I started my own nonprofit organization, which was inner city outreach. And I was sending kids to college while I was in college and doing community events, feeding the homeless, community drives, feeding kids, and bringing parks to the city of Washington, D.C. And that's how I started with the nonprofit side. But I was going to school actually for film, and I created a film called Flint Town Kids, and it did really well. Took that money and went into real estate and did really, really well in real estate, and just acquired a nice amount of money. And when I got to the point, I was out of ideas of how I can help other kids. And I know you can't just do programs that will be in their lives for a week. That's not gonna do anything. You just can't have events. And my friend Damon Glimp, he riding down the street one day, he said, "Man, you need to open up a school."
Charnay, what was your life like before coming to Executive Prep?
Well, my life was kind of hard. They actually, helped me go through some things that I was, going through.
What was hard about your life? You said your life was difficult and challenging. What made your life hard?
Well, a lot of people used to, bully me, put me down. So that made my life even harder, especially the way they were bullying me.
And that's when it hit me, and that's because it's this same principle. You can't ask a kid to stop selling drugs if you're not going to give them anything else. You got to be in that kid's life every day. And the only way we can be in a kid's life every day is a school. And that's when I came up with the idea and decided that finance is the only thing and the thing that can get us out of our situation and give kids the idea of understanding that their dysfunction is small in comparison to their dream and what their dreams can be.
This school, Executive Prep, has a 95% African American student body. Mm-hmm. How important is it to you as an African American male to educate and provide this kind of education, quality education, to those young people who look like you and who have your story, your background?
Well, it's very important. See, the thing about education is this, and we have to redefine the rules of education. Education is the only thing in 50 years that ignored innovation. Like, there's just nothing new. The days of sitting in front of a class teaching for 50 or 90 minutes is over, because kids, they consume information very fast. Phones, Google, sitting in library is absurd to them right now. So we did the same thing. We just made it fun. Project-based learning, showing them how to make money with their education, showing them the fruits of education, giving them dreams that they never experienced before in their lives.
What's it like for you being a student at this school, this charter school?
As a student here, I would say that we're all mainly focused on our work, nothing more. because we're all mainly going toward the fields we like to be in, and Mrs. McGee likes to cater to each of the careers we'd like to be in, so we can go forward in that field and go to the college in that field and proceed onto a career.
Different things like that, and not just for African American kids, it's the Hispanic community as well. But it's just so happened that we're 90 to 95% African American. It's just very assuring for them to see successful people that look like them every day. It's something that's not done in our community a lot. You see them once in a while, but to have that presence every day, reinforcing the message, the dream, being a part of it. Like if you look around my office, you see a lot of celebrities that's involved. From Lou Gossett Jr. is our spokesperson. We just have a lot of people that's involved. It's constantly here. Lawyers, doctors, architects. They're here. We do career days. They call them. They talk to them, and those things right there. Just like, man, this is possible.
How important is it that you're getting a financial literacy education at such an early age?
I think it's important that we get a financial literacy education now, because it will help us later on in life, that we will have a head start on what to do regarding our finances.
Is that important to have a head start?
Yeah, it's important to have a head start in anything that you do, competitive-wise, because it's just to get a jump on other people and to already be ahead of the game.
I know earlier you were talking about just you get up in the morning and you're excited about coming here.
Yes.
What's that like?
It's a dream come true. Like I said, it's the best idea I ever came up with. Watching kids, fulfill their dream and their dreams becoming reality, and they really believing in it, and they're educating their families, they're educating their communities, and it's spreading, and everybody is excited about what they're doing, man. It's just amazing, man, the effect it's having on the community. Period.
It's enormous. It's an enormous responsibility also.
Oh, it's totally enormous. I mean, I have all these kids' lives in my hands, so we have to provide. I have to come through on everything that I say, and they let me know. Like every day, they on my case about interns or business opportunities. Or Mr. McGee, you said some investors are going to be up here today. We got our business plan ready. Like like I said, we couldn't even close the campus for Christmas. They were, Mr. McGee, can you open the campus? We got to work on our business plans. They were up here every day. Like, and what else can you ask for? I like the reaction. Everybody is surprised for the turnaround of our kids. Like, our kids improved academically 50%.
Wow.
Like, that's across the board. English, math, and history. It's unbelievable the things that the kids are doing at a rapid pace.
So this is a financial literacy, enthusiastic education. Talk about your business.
Our business is called GOMO. It stands for Get Official Money Over Everything. And we feel as if our business influences kids to get money the right way and to get up and do something with their lives, and like what we're doing, we're starting our own business at a young age, and that's pretty cool. I mean, we see ourselves doing something with our lives, and if we stay on this path, I feel as if we can have a lot of money, we can be wealthy one day.
What does GOMO mean to you, Charles?
It means get official money over everything, and by official we mean like the right way, the legal way, to not like how most kids are, like get caught under peer pressure, like go around on the streets drug dealing, all of that, gang banging, doing drugs. It means to stay on the right path and not get caught up with other people or peers around your age, to not do foolish things and stay smart.
So Elijah, what is the actual business of GOMO?
GOMO is a clothing line where we sell clothes to people ages 10 to 40. That's our target, and we just want to supply them with stylish and cool clothes that they'll be proud to wear.
How does that make you feel as an individual to know that you are changing lives through education, through your efforts, and through your knowledge?
Well, it's always gratifying for me, but it's more just the kids, man, just watching the expression on their face and the confidence build that they can actually conquer the world. When you take a kid like you witnessed today, you take a kid who wanted to be a bank teller and now he want to own his own bank, or a person that wanted to be a firefighter, now she want to create her own nonprofit and create movie theaters and spas and like just build up her community. Well, it's amazing. And we're talking about 1 year. We're talking about freshmen. That's just, this is freshmen. This is conversations that seniors are having before they go to college. Like these kids are ready right now. and they moving forward at a rapid pace, and you can't ask for nothing more.
Good.
You know, God is good.
You're the dean here. What's that like?
Well, the dean is from sunup to sundown, making sure that everything is running smoothly with the kids and that they're safe and in control at all times.
Safety must be important to you. I know some of these kids come from challenging backgrounds. They've seen drive by. They have parents who have literally been killed in front of them. They have drugs around them oftentimes. What kind of responsibility do you take on as the dean of executive prep?
It's a tremendous responsibility, but it's one that I cherish. I cherish it because I raised 2 sons as a single parent, and the thing that I'm trying to impose in people's minds is no matter how difficult a past the kids have, they can still go forward. It's our job to make sure that we understand the kids that we're working with. Everybody is an individual, and the mistakes that they make are ultimately due to some of the things that's happened to them along the way. But if I don't understand, I'm not able to correct the problem.
You came out of retirement to do this.
I did, and I came out of retirement because it's a dream I always had. I didn't find that in the other systems, and I've been in the 3 prominent systems in California, and been doing probably before you were born. But what I've learned over the years is somebody has to care. We all talk about it, but if we are not a part of the solution, then what's the point? Prior knowledge to these kids' upbringing, their mental and emotional stability. I have a background in family counseling. I have a degree in early childhood education, degree in English. None of the stuff that I have acquired over the years academically has prepared me for what we're encountering now. I just really am so grateful to Mr. McGee and the staff for having me a part of this, because these will be the kids who truly will be tomorrow's leaders, because we want to make sure of that.
What's fascinating being on campus is that some of these kids come from some very challenging backgrounds.
Yes.
They, like you, when you were a child, witnessed murder. Mm-hmm. They've witnessed drug deals. They've witnessed promiscuous parents.
Yes.
What do you say to them to turn their lives around?
Well, what we do is, like, if you think of this concept, this is what I tell people all the time. You think of this concept in our culture is very, very common that an NBA player and your kid can go to the NBA at 18 years old and make millions of dollars. Only thing we do here is say, oh, same thing. If you do what we ask you to do and follow this program, you can make millions of dollars at 18. Now, they look at the NBA, or they look at their education the same way a kid look at the NBA. Whoa, I can actually make money without running and jumping. I actually can start my business right now at the age of 14 and 13. I can actually have my own bank account. I actually can raise money. It's investors that's giving me money. It's not hard to turn around the, it's not hard to turn around a kid when you build that dream, and like now their dysfunction is small in comparison to the dream. It's nothing that I can do wrong to these kids now. At this point, it's like, listen, Mr. McGee, what we got to do, we can win. I know we can win. I know we can do it with our dream, or our dream can become a reality.
How bright, from your perspective, is the future of executive prep?
Executive prep is going to change the landscape of education, guaranteed. By time graduation comes, see, everybody's happy when kids go to 4-year colleges. We're going to 4-year colleges, and kids will be walking in with their own businesses started, and they're going to be profitable. Something never seen before. And we're talking about 100% graduation rate. 100% of our kids are going to go to 4-year colleges. I guarantee 95% of them have their own businesses, or an entrepreneurial mindset is ready to take on the world. And they're not going to be afraid of any challenge that they're faced with, because they're going to understand the concept of winning and what they have to go through to win. So the future is amazing.